Hello, I'm Steve, your Everyday Guy, and this last November we got one amazing weekend of weather in Northeast Kansas. So I was finally able to do something I'd been wanting to do for quite some time. I was able to go out and do some motorcycle camping. I loaded up the motorcycle, you can see it in the background, and headed out to Leavenworth State Fishing Lake near Tonganoxie, Kansas, which is also a lake I'd been wanting to check out for quite a while. So this trip was great because I did two things that I've really been wanting to do and finally made time to do it. Being as I own a KLR, I wanted to make as much of this trip as possible on dirt roads. So I used Onyx Off-Roads for my route. In case you're wondering, no, they're not a sponsor, but Onyx, if you're watching, I would love to have you as a sponsor. For the most part, my trip went well. My OG6 Pro was working amazingly. You can see me cruising down the dirt roads and my map displaying great. Everything was going really well until I hit a small snafu. My route had led me to a sign-marked private property, so I had to make a slight detour, which is okay because I just simply rerouted and I still made it to the lake in amazing time. All right, so here we are at Leavenworth State Lake, and I've found a perfect campsite. Got a great view of the water behind me, actually on like two sides of me, and I think this is going to be a really good spot for my tent, so I'm going to go ahead and get that set up. I do apologize for the quality video on this section. Please stick with me in only the last few seconds. We'll back to high quality video. And here I am setting up my tent. Make sure to stake it down and get it nice and straight. And also for sleep wise, I brought an air mattress, which I did inflate with a 12-volt power port on my motorcycle that I installed prior to going on my trip. All right, so we've got the campsite set up. You can see I've got my tent behind me. Got the motorcycle over there, and we've got the picnic table. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and make supper. I've got just about enough light. I think I should be able to make it and get it eaten. I'm really excited because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have a Mexican feast. Now, one of the things is some people think that when you go camping it means you have to rough it and you can't eat. Well, I beg to differ. And there's so many things you can do to make it easier for you. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to have tacos, we're going to have charro beans, and we're going to have rice. And I'm only going to use one pot and have to cook one, or actually I'm going to use two pots. Use a skillet to brown the beef for the ground beef, and I'm going to use another pot to boil some water. And let me show you how to make things easier when you travel. This is my cooler. So these are not camping, these are for everyday meals. These are Mexican style by Old El Paso. This is the rice, and this is the black beans. So I'm going to just boil some water and set these in there to use that to warm it up. These are pre-cooked. All I got to do is open the pouch, and this should be amazing. So that's my sides that are going to be super easy to do. And then here's my ground beef. One of the things I did to keep it cool is I just froze two water bottles to throw in here. That way we can have cool drinks later. And I was able to keep this cold on the way here. And the other thing I did is I went ahead and brought pre-shredded lettuce to save me some efforts, and pre-shredded cheese. And then for the tacos, we're just going to have regular soft tacos. That all into there. I've got that poured into there. Going to take these and we're going to put those right into there. I generally prefer to ground my meat over medium high, so I'm not sure how hot this is, other than the fact that it's grounding pretty fast. So we're just going to keep doing this. I used Ortega seasoning because I get in the big old container because I love tacos, so I have them a lot. I'm going to Normally you want to simmer this. My burner doesn't have a simmer setting, and so we're going to cook this until the sauce thickens up. Alright, I think that it is thickened up now. In hindsight, the soaking in hot water isn't enough to really heat them to an adequate temperature. I recommend boiling them for several minutes to get the temperature you desire. Alright, so here's a close-up view so you can see it. Now see, I've got my tacos there, which look amazing. I've got the amazing looking rice, got the amazing looking beans. I really can't wait to try this. Let's put you back on the other camera so you can see what I'm doing and see how. One of the things I have not tried before is I haven't tried the beans and I haven't tried the rice. So I'm actually going to try those first. Let's go with the beans first. Wow, those beans are good. I mean, they are really good. Not too strong. I'm just trying them out. My heating was okay. I think I should have kind of boiled them in the water a little bit more. That made it a little bit warmer. That's my only complaint I have, and that's because I didn't cook them as hot as they should be. So now let's try some of this rice. I really like Spanish rice. Gonna get some bean. Spanish rice has beans in it. I don't think you can see that, but it does. So I'm gonna try white with beans. There's good stuff too. It's really good. Not the best I've had. You're gonna get better in a restaurant, maybe if you made them at home. But for food at a campsite that didn't need refrigeration, it was just amazing. I didn't have to boil it. I didn't have to reconstitute them or anything. I just had to warm them up. They're like the perfect thing to take with you camping. Oh, I'm gonna eat more of that, but you know what? Time for a bite of the taco. That taco is so good. Got the tortilla, the cheese, the lettuce, the ground beef. You can't go wrong with that. This meal is just so good. I would definitely recommend either any of you trying it that want to go out and camp by yourself. Really easy to make. Didn't take a whole lot of time. The sun is setting on a perfect day. I've got a perfect campsite. Nobody is around. I got a lake that's almost all myself. I think I saw one other person across the lake. As I finished doing cleanup for supper, I turned around behind me and noticed the most gorgeous thing I'd seen ever, and that was the beautiful sunset that you're looking at now. So I hurriedly grabbed my camera, ran down to the lake, and snapped some amazing pictures. As the daylight hours faded, I decided it was time to light a campfire, and so I got a decent-sized fire going and decided just to sit around and enjoy watching the flames. Tell you, this is what it's all about. Being able to get out to a place and just sit back and relax. Got an open sky. I think I'm the only one here. Like, I see cars drive by occasionally, but I walked up and I couldn't see anybody. This is November 15th, and I'm out here in shorts and a shirt, and the weather is just perfect. I got the bonfire going, not for heat, just for entertainment, because there's something primal about sitting and staring at a bonfire. Everything I brought, I fit on my motorcycle. I probably overpacked a little bit. I did a lot of backpacking when I was younger. I'm definitely not in shape for backpacking anymore, but I really like the philosophy, which is one of the reasons why I got the KLR to begin with, because I wanted something I could just load up, go out, and just camp, be self-sufficient off that. I really like the freedom that it gives you, though, the ability to just pack up for a night, go out into nature without technology, just sit back and relax and realize, hey, you can live life without the hassle, without the hustle and bustle. I mean, yeah, we need jobs to live, but we also need reason to have the jobs so we can enjoy life. I really think this is it. This is my first time motorcycle camping. I didn't buy any gear specifically for this. I used all the camping gear that I currently had. The tent I have is a tent that I've had for years. It's an Ozark Trail. I don't use it very often because it's small, but since it's just me, instead of me and my daughters, it's big enough for me. I've got an air mattress that I inflated. I brought the inflator. I use the 12-volt power socket on my motorcycle. That helped inflate that up. My regular big sleeping bag. I didn't need to buy any backpacking gear or anything for this. I just used what I had. So if you want to try it out, don't think you need to go spend hundreds of dollars on gear. You can use the camping gear you have. It's just bulkier. So don't plan a big trip. Just do a one-night thing. Go out there and try it out and see how you like it. If you like it, try it again. And if you find it's something that you want to do on a regular basis, then go out and buy the gear. I guess what I'm just trying to say is, don't think that you need to spend money. Don't let money be the excuse you're not doing this. Don't spend the money. Just get stuff that works. If you have stuff that works, use the stuff that works. One of the most beautiful parts about Leavenworth State Lake is the windy road that goes around it. I believe it's just under 2 miles and like 19 curves. It's an amazing ride. Check out my video that details more about that. Thank you for watching my video. You've made it this far. You really liked it. Please hit the like button and share it with some friends if you're looking for a place to go. Also, for those of you who haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. And what do you think of Leavenworth State Lake? Leave the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you.
you.